Champions, welcome. The squares have aligned and bingo is nigh. Happy Halloween to all the bingo fans out there, and we have some spooky action here for you tonight. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, we have Wamp, the last remaining undefeated team in the Golden Order. They are led by their primary DLC player, a man who has been rumored to run for the presidency of Bingo. Someone who burst onto the scene as a fantastic rookie last season, who has now proven himself, winning a DLC event, having fantastic finishes, and ready to claim the title as Elden Bingo Lord. It is none other than Strump and his teammate, someone who might not be so scary, but he is quite the hater. This man absolutely despises bingo. He's never ever wanted to play it. It's the worst. He would roll out performances through pure spite and hatred, but then 2v2 came. And ever since then, he has been an absolute fiend and a phenom. It is none other than the bingo hater, Wonder. And their opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, a team that may be old, but they are made of gold. A team that is down, but they are not out. Looking to get the big victory here to kick their season into high gear. Their primary DLC player is the champion of the Bingo Moonwalk. Someone who has become a specialist in the DLC, the Absolute, the Shura, our reigning defending Elden Bingo Lord, believes that this man is the man to be hunted, the best player in the entirety of the DLC. It is none other than Jay the Joker and his teammate, Dr. Bingo, the creator of Scadu Bingo, the author of the Book of War, a tactician who has mastered the craft so much, what you would call genius, he calls every day. It is none other than the Professor Rambler. Now let's get ready to run that board and square off. All right, Graphic, you ready to go?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Then let's go ahead and do this thing. Here we go. Chat, make sure to get your Gambas in center square. I'm going Melania until it hits.
I hope it's like Rolana. I want like a DLC Remembrance Boss middle.
It is the Godskin Apostle with Kaled without sleep. That is a square that can be rushed. By the way, Rambler is immediately going to hate this board, as it is, there is literally no DLC at all.
Oh,
Rambler's gonna kill me.
Holy shit.
We have Midra on here, Loger and Magnus, Scatatree Avatar, and Remembrances.
This is all base game.
It is literally all I've never seen this. Like, this is ridiculous.
This is the most base game I've seen.
Rambler is going to murder me. I want to say that now. I mean, we still have Midra, we still have Scatatree Avatar. Midra Scatatree Avatar for Remembrances seems really strong. I can tell you we're probably not seeing the Godric Renala rush, right?
No. I think you do Radon on this board.
You think Radon?
Yeah, you just get beefed up more, and you're not rushing into the DLC anyways. I mean, unless there's... I mean, yeah, actually, Rambler likes Moog. We might see him do his Moog play, his patent-pended Moog into Fortisax.
I mean, Noble's also very... Like, Noble's a strong rush square there. We have both Godskins. I think a lot of this is gonna come down to like, how do you synergize your stuff right? Because we have Gelmir boss. Like, to me, Rykard Volcano Manor seems ridiculously strong because we have Noble, God bosses, and Gelmir bosses, which Volcano Manor does count as Gelmir bosses. And we have Duo Trio, so Abductor Virgins is really good.
Yeah, I can
think
see Volcano being strong.
I think Volcano's very strong here. I do think it's one of these things. I think we might see a bit of a cat and mouse game with getting to the DLC, right? Because being able to claim like Midra Scadutree Avatar for Remembrances, like I think that's very massive. But you can't go too early or you will hang your opponent out to dry in the base game, right?
Yeah, your partner will just get 2v1'd, and it might, even if you get those 3 squares, you might lose a lot more if you go too quick.
Yeah, there are Revenants in Elemer, so you could do some of the Royal Revenants around Elemer there. We also have Moog Lord of Blood and Lord bosses. I know Rambler absolutely loves Moog Lord of Blood. Oh, hold up.
Strump go down. Yeah.
Is Strump's stream fully down?
Uh-oh.
Hold up. All right.
Yeah, he seemed like he was having issues.
Can you go tell Old But Gold that we have to reset the match?
Pause?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Chat, we're gonna reset the match here due to the delays. Hey boys, because Strump's stream went down, we're gonna reset the match. I can't hear you, but just wanted to let you know. Here, wait, let me get you up here so I can actually hear you. All right. Yeah, I couldn't hear you for a second, but yeah, because Strump's stream went down in prep time, we're gonna reset the match. All right, all good. Just work it out and then let us know when you're ready, and like just type in the board chat, and we will get started. I'll send a new seed. Let me go ahead and get you guys the new seed. Oh wait, I need to actually run it. No, that is a different seed. All right, there you go. FYI, you're welcome for Strump's internet dying. I know you probably hated that board, and also the new seed is in the chat, in the match info. All right, thank you guys for being flexible. All right, I am back, graphic.
I'm assuming full restart, new rando, new board.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling chat that. I thought that was probably the best for competitive integrity.
They couldn't hear you, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, we'll do a full restart, full board. Gamba's staying the same though. I'm not redoing the Gamba, so if you Gamba'd and got scammed, well.
That's fine.
And graphic, if you can get your camera up really quickly. If not, it's no big deal. Obviously.
Oh, I can't.
You don't need to
put my banana back on.
You don't need to put the banana back on. You're fine. I can tell you Rambler and Jay were quite, I don't know if you could, I don't think you guys could, I don't know if you guys could hear that. I think they are quite pleased that Strump's internet died.
Literally, a chatter said I'd rip my router cable out if I saw the side of that board.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, also, it wasn't Rambler and Jay, it was Strump and Wanter. So.
True.
Trump said he hopefully has a fix. Apparently he has 2 different networks that he can use, so he's gonna switch to the other network. So
okay.
Also thank you guys everyone for staying with us here. Sorry about the delay. I mean, shit happens, right? What are you gonna do? But
it's not bingo if you don't have a tech difficulty.
And you know what? Thankfully also it happened during the early on, right? Because if that game was starting, it would have it's really hard with the 2v2 to stop the match. With base game, it's much easier because you only have to tell one person, but with 2v2, it's really hard to stop the match. So thankfully, it happened during prep time there, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I'd rather it happen then than later on for sure. Especially after like a square or two has been marked, it feels really bad to fully restart a game.
100%, right? Like I normally in base game I would only restart it if it's before like first step, right?
Yeah.
In 2v2, I mean, thankfully we haven't. Well, we had the one issue of Lemon's stream being 8 minutes behind at one point, so we were just like,
wait, what?
yeah, I don't even know how that was
minutes?
possible. Yeah, he somehow had so much lag. His stream was still up, but it was 8 minutes behind. So we were just like, and we have no idea what Lemon's doing. And then he sniped Jay at one point, and he snipes Jay at one point, and I just go, well, we'll see in 8 minutes if that was a clean mark or not, or if he was just cheating.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's
All right.
great.
Well, our players are in. Graphic, you can take off the banana once. Wait,
Cool.
did I lie? Hold up.
Wait.
Trump
It's okay.
stream went up and then might have gone down again. Never mind, it went up and then down, so
Oh.
I lied.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he just hit a button or something. I'm sure it'll be fine. We will get
Yeah,
set.
I noticed
We'll
his
say that
stream like buffered.
maybe a
Go
little
on.
bit of gamesmanship here. You know, the
Okay.
Wander and Strump, they know that it's past the old men's bedtime, right? So a little bit of gamesmanship, right? Delaying the match. They have to stay up later, right?
They know Rambler wants
Yeah.
to eat his porridge and go to bed. I
Exactly. You know, it's newfound tech from the young guns here.
Got it.
You know, they're always inventing skips, right? Strump is. He loves to invent his skips. How about inventing this, right? This is next
tech
level.
to win games.
Yeah.
Oh man. Next Trump is hiring people to cut other people's internet cables. It's crazy.
All right. Well, it looks like they are in. So Graphic, you can now take off the bandana.
Okay.
I will have the
ring
players type in the bingo chat when they are ready, and then we will do this again. Also, I just want to say, God damn it, guys! Now I actually have to edit the VOD when I post it because I don't want to do the whole pre-match intro again. I can't do it. You can't do that twice. So yeah, screw you guys.
Hard to remake that magic.
Yeah. All right, I'm talking to Strump. He says he's concerned that it'll go out again, and I'm telling him that Bernie Bingo will bless us.
Yeah, I mean, the bingo community likes to gamble. Let's do it. Roll the dice.
I mean, that's what we do, right? We gamble. Not with real money, but, you know, this sort of shit. All right, we are now ready to go. Maybe for Rambler, we get him a better board this time that is more favorable for him. And here we go. Center
still
square.
Renala.
You're still going Renala or Rolana?
Rolana, sorry.
Yeah, I will still go Melania until it appears. All right, now let's go ahead and see what we got here. Fire Giant is the center square. Really have not seen Fire Giant killed that much at all. Looking at the board here, it's still a lighter DLC board, but much better, right? In total, there are 8 DLC squares, so that's still pretty light, but quite a few on there. 2 Crucible Talismans, Egon's Cookbooks, Moonrathil, Red Bear and Rao, Sword of Light and Darkness, Romina, and Bloodfiend Chief and Sanguine Noble. I think here this is they're kind of 2 options, but I think one is significantly stronger. The first option would be to kill Hippo. It would be to just full send Rao, as an upper Rao, and do Crucible Talismans and then Sword of Light and Darkness in Romina. Second option here would be Red Bear and Rao base, get your weapon upgraded. You could hit Moonrathil and try to get then Altus access earlier for squares like Two-Handed Sword and Bloodfiend Chief and Sanguine Noble. In terms of some of the bigger kill squares in the base game, obviously we have Fire Giant as that center square, who is a bastard, particularly if you do not have status effects. Then we also have Magma Worm and Theodorix. I would not be surprised to see people going for Makar as their way into Altus in order to get that Magma Worm out of the way. Should be of note that we do have never mind, we don't have Dagger Talisman on the board. I lied. I was about to lie. We do have Bloodhound Knights there. That would synergize a little bit with the Gelmir bosses if you're going to Volcano Manor, because we have Gelmir bosses and God bosses again on this board, just no Noble, right? A lot of Dragon Barrow though, so maybe a reason for Dectus rather than Makar, as we have Godskin Apostle without sleep as well as Bofa Duo. Granted, again, yeah, you could also argue for just getting one of the Gelmir bosses in the Abductor Virgin duo. I think for base game, there's quite a lot of options with how you want to play this. For DLC, it feels like Upper Rao on the way to Romina is very strong. But there is some counterplay to that, going with Red Bear and Rao base, Moonrathil, and then getting to Altus quicker.
Gelmir and Consecrated feel really strong for the base game player on this board. You got Exaltation Talismans with the Gelmir bosses. I mean, and you've got Theo, you've got Estelle. It feels like just being up in that area of the map is going to be really strong.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that area of the map is very strong. The one square that I think is going to stick out a lot here is Physic Tiers. There is just no synergy with Physic Tiers at all, and 15 Physic Tiers is quite a lot there. There's not even like Furnace Golem synergy or something. And it should be of note here, so both the base game players have Death's Poker, right? So how much are you practiced with Death's Poker? How good are your Magma Worms on DP? In a previous game, we saw both Iron and Sci-Fi do the Magma Worm rush at the start with Death's Poker and use it to great effect. We'll see if these players can here as well. And the other thing to keep in mind with DP is it's a weapon where you want to have blue flasks, and as you progress through the game, you do get buffs to your flasks, right? But you do not get golden seeds upon Altus access. You only get extra golden seeds when you get into the DLC. We could see players pick up the golden seeds that are quite abundant in Altus. It'll be interesting to see how they play it, because you want to have health flasks, obviously, but you do want to have a good amount of blue there for that Death's Poker. But time for speculation is over. Our players are underway for some Halloween night bingo. Let's get maybe some slightly spookier music on and get started.
We see the Great Sword check immediately from Strump. I think this is a good idea if you have this club. Like, might be a better option, better pickup. I can't see what it was, but he didn't seem like he was super excited about it.
It's Bastard
Sword. Oh,
Sword.
Actually, Bastard. Not bad.
Yeah, Bastard Sword, not bad whatsoever, but it's not ideal, right? You're hoping for Flamberge, right, for the dual status. I know DLC players do like smithing weapons, but I think you'd still probably take Alabasters or something if you're, or even Steeple, something like that if you got it.
Jay completely foregoing the check though, but I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference. Like, I don't think your Bastard Sword is gonna be so much better than your club or anything like that. So.
I don't think so either, especially because damage might be a little bit, DPS might be a little bit better with the Bastard Sword, but that Curve Great Club DPS is actually pretty good, and you will get more stance breaks, right? It's not like it's a single status versus a dual status weapon. The status is so important because in the DLC, right, like that Red Bear and Rao base square, that if you have a weapon with bleed and then put cold on it, that can be rushed with like a +9, right? Single status, you probably won't see that as much. And it also matters for Rilana and Renala. God, why are their names so similar, bro?
Bro, like, it's so hard. It's
Renala
so hard.
in particular, because with dual status and wild strikes, you can pretty much guarantee a 1 cycle in phase 1. Otherwise, it is likely going to be a 2 cycle.
Yeah, you need somewhere between 13 and 15 endurance usually, if you don't have a lot of strength or dex. But yeah, you can get that 1 cycle with double status pretty easy. Looks like I think Wander is doing the Magma Car Theo square. He's just rushing straight there. I also think Rambler is doing
Rambler's-
the same. I think he's picking up the 4. I like this with the routing. He's gonna pick up the Somber 4.
I like it too because you pick up the Somber 4 and you get int tier, right? And it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Now Wander's actually checking that merchant. I'm surprised. Maybe that means Wander doesn't love. I don't know how much Wander likes DP, right?
I don't know, guys. He's in my chat, and I've streamed with him and played with him. I don't know if he like hates it, but I don't know if he loves it. Right? Like, I could see him maybe trying to find a weapon he's more comfortable with. I always mention DP and Bloodhound's Fang are the 2 weapons. They're very strong, but you need to practice with them because if you don't know how to use their Ash of Wars properly, then you're not gonna. They're just not as good as if you know like when you can use the Ash of War, what Ash of War to use, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean at least Bloodhound's Fang is still solid, right? Like even if you just R1 spam and don't use the Ash of War at all, like it's still a solid weapon. If you're not using the Ash on DP, it is atrocious.
Yeah, there's no
like,
reason.
It is.
There's just no reason to use
it. It's
right.
It's an Ash of War stick. So yeah, Wander is a little bit ahead of Rambler here because they did some different routing. But Rambler has the Somber 4 and the int tier, depending on how many runes and levels and stuff he has. I don't think he has enough. If you don't have to level very much at the start and you pick up that Somber 4, as you can actually buy to +4 before Makar. But I don't think Rambler will have the ability to do that here, unless there are some pickups I don't know about.
I think I don't know how much int he needed, but if he has the tier, I could see like you could grab the 2, grab the 4, and only have to buy the like 1 and the 3, and you'd probably be fine. But it really just depends on how much stats you need, because you need a certain amount of dex for DP as well. So I didn't actually see the starting class stats. All right, we're seeing Jay run through Academy here. He is going to not grab the Smithing 4, which is like right there to the right. It's not the end of the world. It is just nice to know it's there. So then you don't have to go hunt other Smithing 4s.
And I will say Jay is just doing kind of like the normal rush, right?
Very standard.
Very standard. Strump is grabbing some extra graces and like still doing the rush, but not like still doing the rush in terms of like theory, but he's not rushing it. Like he's picking up a few extra graces there. Maybe looking to prepare himself better for some of the other squares on this board, because there's 8 DLC squares, which like is quite a lot. You cannot ignore it, right? But you also want to be well positioned for the base game, right? Because in a hypothetical world, right? Let's say you do your job and get half of the DLC squares, or hell, even more than half, right? Ideally, you would like to put yourself in a position to get 6 or 7 squares individually, right? So if you're only getting 4 or 5, right? Math isn't mathing. That's not enough, right?
Yeah, and see, Wander actually just showcased that Somber 3 pickup is really nice too, because then you literally only have to, I think, grab the Somber 1 if you do that route, and you combine Rambler and Wander's route, where you grab the 4 from EG, you grab the 3 here, and you do the... Ooh, did Strump just go down?
We're back, no. We're back, we're good.
Okay, he's back. But then you can grab the 2 on the way to the EG teleporter, and so literally the only Somber Stone you have to get to buy is the 1, which is the cheapest one, which is really nice.
And we do have our first fight of the game here, as it normally is. Jay against Red Wolf gets into a little bit of trouble early, though. Red Wolf, not necessarily the hardest boss, but also not to be trifled with. He's a glass cannon, and these players have... They only started with 7 Vig on this class, so they were able to level it a little bit, but they got, like, nothing. Right? So, need to be very careful of this guy. Big stagger there from Jay.
Wander did get poisoned. He should be fine, but a little scary.
And not Wander, but Strump is entering the fight as well, so we'll go ahead and bring them to the dual screen. And Strump actually is rocking that bastard sword. choosing that over as Strump gets clocked somewhat uncharacteristically. He does survive just barely. Jay, God, I wanted him to greed so badly, but he didn't. But he got it done. Very nicely done by Jay. And now we'll go full screen with Strump here.
Did you see, is there a reason Strump is not using the magic grease? Did he just not pick it up?
Maybe he's, the other team's old but gold, but maybe Strump is young but washed.
No, it usually doesn't make that big a difference in this fight, but it does make it so usually you can get Red Wolf down a little bit faster, which is nice.
Yeah, just a little minor optimization. Let's go ahead and bring it to the dual screen here with our two primary base game players, as Wanderer and Rambler here are entering Makar. Wanderer was a little bit ahead, because of routing and also because Rambler did some extra quit outs to be safer going through Precipice, while Wanderer did just send it, which he does send it. I've had to beg him to grab the Grace in the middle of Precipice. He loves to skip Graces, and I'm like, dude, if you ever die in Precipice and don't get that Grace and get sent all the way back to EG, and I have to commentate a game where you lose it in the first 5 minutes, I will not be happy.
It really feels bad. And it doesn't take that long to grab the Grace. It's definitely worth it.
Look, I understand that some of the players are going to Grace quit, but that's one where, like, if I see people do it, I'm begging them. I'm like, please do not. For my sake, do not.
Looking down just because Wanderer and Rambler are doing pretty good, but Market Fight's going pretty smooth. Jay should clean that up pretty quick.
Ooh, Wanderer gets absolutely clocked there. Lives on like 1. And did Rambler upgrade his weapon at all? Because he does seem to be catching a little bit damage-wise.
I didn't see him teleport, but he definitely could have. I was watching Strump and Jay.
Big stagger there from Rambler. He also could just be better at giving Makar that DP, you know what I mean? Oh, his Rambler is also on life support, as he gets clocked too.
Oh my god, the attack that they both got hit by is the overhead slam, and it's just so delayed, but as long as you watch the feet, it's usually not bad, but sometimes it just is a longer hit than it seems like it should be.
And
there we go, Wander.
We do see a Bloodhound's, we'll go full screen with Rambler here as he finishes out, but you do see a Bloodhound's Fang drop there.
I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder because funny enough, it's the other kind of skill-based weapon that we were talking about, right? But if you do not like DP, you probably do like you gotta like one of the two, right?
Yeah.
You can't be this good and hate both of those weapons. He does actually pull out the Fang too.
Yep. I was gonna say I think Wander likes Bloodhound's Fang more. He's a MPT fan, and I think he's watched and used the Bloodhound's Fang and watched MPT do the run, his speed runs and stuff with it. So I bet you he feels more comfortable with it.
Actually, a former teammate of NPT's, right? In that.
Exactly.
Also, a kind of what was the name of that event? Do you remember?
The Bonanza.
Bingo Bonanza. It was another. A very early doors version of base game plus DLC 2v2, right?
Yep. Looks like Stormveil's going pretty nice. Jay is still a little bit ahead of Strump, but like you said, Strump grabbed a couple Graces, so I think he'll be better set up in the base game, even if he gets into the DLC a little late. And the DLC, there are 2 kind of rush squares you can go for, but the rest of it, it's going to take a little while anyways, so even if you enter a minute or so behind, it won't be the end of the world.
Well, let's go full screen with our 2 players here. I mean, the only thing is, I wonder if you just go +9 and just go back section rather than doing Hippo because it's faster, right?
Yeah, you don't have to set up your weapon first.
Yeah,
if you wanted to rush the Crucible and Sword, then yeah,
exactly.
You could. That's definitely an option. Let's see. Jay's phase 1 was great. His phase 2 is perfect. Got the stagger. The fight should be over.
Nicely done by Jay there. You know, I'm actually impressed with how well people have been doing with this Godric Ronaldo rush. Like, it's not like it's the hardest thing in the world, but I've seen it so many times now, right? I would expect it.
Yeah.
The hit rate is very high. I would kind of expect it to go wrong a few more times than it does, but
I feel like Red Wolf and Renala have a much higher chance to go wrong than the Margit Godric. I feel like the players are just good enough. If you have a +9 weapon walking into Margit, it should pretty much almost be scripted.
Yep.
So.
And by the way, if anyone is new here, I will just give people a rundown of the format really quickly. This is base game plus DLC 2v2 bingo. You may be asking, why is everyone in base game? Well, all players start in base game. You have graces unlocked pre-Altus, and then once you get Altus access, you get additional graces. Continuing on as, Wander there, he was going for Theo. I was about to go full screen with him, and he got clocked. The death is not too bad of a time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he had a rot grease that he was going to use. I think he pivots out of this. He was probably hoping on that rot grease because it does about 15%-ish damage, right? And you only get one, so that's gone now for him.
But he's still going back, I think.
Looks like he is going back. But continuing on about the format, it is base game plus DLC 2v2. If you've watched Bingo Brawlers, there are no combined squares, but the players can move back and forth between the base game and the DLC. In order to get DLC access, you need to kill 2 remembrance bosses, and that can be any 2 remembrance bosses. Every single remembrance boss in the base game is in play with the exception of those in Ashen Capital. And you could do Godric Ronala. That's what the primary DLC players tend to do as a rush. Or you could do Moog and Melania if you wanted to, or whatever it may be. But I know we have 2 players going for Ronala here, but we got a big fight here for Wander as he goes to claim the first square on the board, Magmaworm and Theodorix. He has to do this fight completely hitless, so we're going to go ahead and go to the full screen with him.
I do see his logic, though. The reason why he switched to the Bloodhound's Fang was for that rot grease. Now that he doesn't have it, he switches back to the DP, which I think is the correct call. The Frost and the Ash of War is definitely going to just be a little faster than a just straight up Bloodhound's Fang.
I think
I don't think he upgraded it, though.
No, his DP's upgraded. I think the idea here is to get the Frost proc, right?
And then maybe
switch. I would imagine that's the idea. I mean, this fight is going to be painfully slow, though. Right, like obviously you do get that square off the board, and another big. Oh no, maybe he did upgrade DP instead and was planning to do rot on Fang. That's possible as well.
And it looks like Rambler is just
it's upgraded. I'm looking at the damage after the Ash. It is upgraded.
But Rambler is just doing setup right now. He's already been down to Deep Root. He's gonna grab his Somber 5 right now. He'll have a fully upgraded weapon here in just a little bit. I wonder if Rambler's told me before that when Moog's on the board, he likes to go there as like his first freaking square. So I wonder if we'll see that. It sets you up for the whole rest of the game.
As Jay does go ahead and get his Ronala down, so Jay now has DLC access, and
Strump's right behind.
Yeah, Strump also gets it down. I couldn't complete my sentence because Wander very nearly jumped into the soup, and I was quite nervous for him.
Been dodging some things a little sketchy, but he's locked in. He's fine.
Yeah, Rambler is just going full on setup here, just trying to get his weapon upgraded. There's kind of 2 different routes that you can do. The 5 and the 6 are the ones that like change around the most, right? You can either do Consecrated Snowfield Scarabs, that will give you 7, 8, 9, or Lake of Rot gets you 6 through 8, I believe. So with the Consecrated route, you do have to find that 6 somewhere. Typically it's in Deep Root and it's a little bit slower, while you can get 6, 7, 8 all in Lake of Rot. Instead, however, obviously +8 versus +9 weapon.
I didn't know there was a 6 actually down there. I thought it was 7, 8, 9 in Lake of Rot as well. Interesting.
There's not a 9. I don't think there's a 9.
Just 7, 8. Got it.
There might be a 6. I think there's a 6. Maybe I'm lying though. I could be lying.
I'm too old for that chat.
Also, because chat's talking about it. There's no need. Look, I'm personally very good friends with Nessanetta. I've had great interactions with everyone in Bingo Brawlers. We're big fans, right? They do a different format than we do. There's no reason for a versus. We love Bingo Brawlers, right? It's just two bingo leagues. They do their thing and we do our thing. It's no versus.
Also, you can see Ness play. She is in Crucible.
Yeah, Ness is literally in both.
Wander's been doing very good on this fight. It has been slow, like you said, but he should get it, I think, right here. He doesn't have any mana for that last Ash of War, which sucks.
Yeah. Dude, we've had like 3 different conversations while Wander's been doing this fight.
Yes. And I mean, that's why I was talking, because I knew it'd take forever. But Rambler, so... Wander gets a square.
He does get it down. Very nicely done there by Wander. Great job by him.
And Rambler is set up now. So now Wander has to go and set up, but it's a strong square to get right off the bat.
If I'm Rambler, I don't really mind that, right? Like, it's not the fastest mark, right? Like, he very clearly just fought him, right, for a very long time, right? If I'm Rambler, I say, like, yeah, you know what? He got it. Obviously, it is a more valuable square being on a diagonal, right? But I feel like you're in a pretty good spot. I would just say, like, yeah, that's fine. The biggest thing Wander has, though, is the amount of runes, because Wander will actually have a normal amount of health.
On this board, do you not just kill Falling Star Beast for your 6? You're gonna have to kill him anyways.
You might. I think that's an option. It would depend on if you have something better to go, like, if you think another square is more valuable, right? If you're fine spending more time delaying your setup while also preparing a square, 100%. But I think it just depends on what kind of you want.
I like Strump. I think Strump did exactly what you were talking about. He went back section, and I think Jay's doing the exact same. I just noticed they're both like rushing towards Romina. They'll probably pick up Sword of Light and Dark, and they'll get the Crucible Talismans along the way. It actually is gonna be painful for Strump if Jay actually does all 3. And yeah, Jay is skipping the Spirit Spring, so he's going for the Crucible. Yeah, so
are we racing for the Crucible Talismans?
Yeah, it's definitely a Crucible race.
Dude, should we? It's race time? Race time?
It's race time.
It's race time?
Race time. Yep.
God, we're supersonic racing. I've added that song to the playlist.
That's great.
Supersonic racing for Crucible Talismans in the DLC.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing too, though, is if Jay doesn't go hard for it and tries to... I don't know as much about DLC. With Sword of Light and Dark, do you have to do that, the one in Rao's second, or can you do it first?
No, you can technically pick up the Stone Sword Sheath from any of them, and then you turn it into any of the other. You can't finish it at the like OG Stone Sword Sheath area on the way to Midra, but if you pick the one up here, you can go to the Death Knight Catacomb and turn it into the Sword of Darkness, or you can do it in reverse. So you can literally go straight there, pick up the sword, and then go turn it in. But I want to know, I wonder if Jay does think he's racing for it, because if you're greedy, you could try to run all the way to Romina and then backtrack for the talismans, but I think you just rush the talismans.
Yeah.
Straight there.
And he's hard rushing it. He did pick up the Scadu by Devonia, but he didn't even grab the Grace there. Strump did grab the Grace to better position himself for Sword of Light later, unless there's some type of skip that I'm not aware of.
No, that's the Grace you'd probably want. You can definitely get back there from Romina, but you gotta kind of just backtrack.
Yeah, the other thing I like about a lot about the Romina... Ooh, as Jay gets lit up there. That could have been very bad. I do like about the Romina route is you get Scadu. If anyone's curious how Scadu works in this, we do throw our players a little bit of a bone, right? There is a talisman shop, but it's not quite as strong if you're more familiar with bingo brawlers, right? Especially in terms of the offensive talismans. Defensive talismans are the same, but offensive are not. Or mostly the same. And as a result, players do start at 5 skidoo, but picking up extra is pretty big, right? Very important. 5 is a good amount, but not a ton.
7 is like kind of the minimum you really want to feel better, where you're not just gonna get like destroyed and 2-shot by everything, and you do a little bit more damage. And it does look like Jay did go all the way to the room. Now he can't just drop right back down.
Oh, but oh my God,
Strump just goes straight for it. This is a race. Yeah. This is what I was saying.
Wait, Strump's ahead now.
Jay kind of greeted. 100%.
Strump
is going to get this square. That's rough.
That's rough. So there it is. 2-0 lead for Wamp there in a big twist. I thought that race was over. Like Jay was clear, right? But choosing to go there cost him. And he's better set up for Romina.
But if you'll watch, Strump will show the routing now, chat, from Crucible, how you can get like back to Romina from here. There's just a couple little like jumps and drop downs you can do, so
yeah, I mean, very unfortunate for Old But Gold, but yeah, Jay had to make that call knowing that it was a risk, right?
Yeah, but exactly what Strump's doing right here, and like Shura's saying, like, you do it in this order, the order Strump did it. There's no reason to grab the Romina Grace unless you just are giving up that square. Rambler here, crushing a Tree Spirit. Nothing new.
It makes sense to me. It's a Gelmir boss, as well as it drops Physic Tears. And I think he's looking for just like one mid-size kill in order to get just a little bit of Vig here.
Also, wait, was NPC on this board or was it on the last board? I think it was on the last board. Okay,
last board, yeah.
Yeah. All good. But no, yeah, I think that's good. And you've got that Grace right there. So that's like a very quick boss with Death's Poker. Tree Spirits are pretty simple to fight as well.
Jay does have the advantage now. I think Jay's gonna go Red Bear and Rao. It looks like Jay is ahead on Red Bear and Rao, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Jay made the right call. As soon as he saw he was contested up here in Upper Rao, he just said, "Okay, Upper Rao's yours. I'll go to the Lower Rao." Which, like you were saying, those are kind of the two ways to go.
I wonder. I mean, oh, holy shit! By the way, Wander's fighting Fire Giant.
Fire Giant,
dude. Wander is
second square.
Loves fire bosses today.
Wander just likes kill squares. That's something
he does.
I've learned. He sees kill squares and he just goes for them. But he should have a +9 poker, and this should eat Fire Giant alive.
Yeah, and he's going for the center square here. What I was gonna say though is I wonder if Jay didn't go hard for it because the players know square timings much better than I do, right? It's possible that he expected Strump to have marked it by that time. And as a result said, well, Strump is probably said Strump isn't going for it, maybe due to timings. And that's why he set up the Grace.
It's really hard in this square set because it's like people can just have a bad Renala and that can really affect the time. Like you can literally add almost 2 minutes to your entrance into the DLC just because Renala runs away and summons and does stuff like. So it is hard, but no, I do get that. If you know the timings well enough, I understand thinking like, okay, he should have marked it. I've got time. I can probably take care of this, but it's just a gamble. It does look like Jay's going to set up his weapon now, though.
Dude, and Strump
doing the forge route.
Wander's doing very well against Fire Giant here. This would claim center square and be a pretty massive one. Diags are super strong in this format. So I know the game is called Bingo, but Bingos do not win in this format. They are 2 bonus points. In the first team to 13 points does win the game. Wander, I hate that.
I don't like this leg.
Okay, he got away with it. That scared me. Sorry, that was terrifying.
You should always go to the right leg, not the left leg of Fire Giant for that. For some reason, you can still get hit on both, but the right leg is just safer.
I just run like child, like baby.
Go for the middle leg. Ooh, extra damage on the middle leg.
Very true. God, what was I even saying? I can't remember.
Sorry.
You're good.
Shrump's doing the forge. We're seeing both the DLC players are getting set up now. Makes sense. I do expect to see. I would hope Jay just goes and grabs the bear as soon as he gets set up.
Yep,
There's
and there
Fire
goes
Giant.
Fire Giant. And sorry,
Oh, you were talking about
I
diagonal
was talking about
squares.
diagonals,
Sorry.
yes. So I know the game is called Bingo, but in this format, bingos do not win. It is the first team to claim 13 squares, as we have Rambler fighting Bike here. First team to claim 13 squares is the victor. But bingos are 2 bonus points. They are really, really powerful still. In particular, particularly diag bingos are incredibly strong, because if you're going to get bingoed and still going to win, your best chance is to find a counter bingo, right? Meaning both teams will bingo, right? And get those 2 bonus points. If one team bingos on a diagonal, it is impossible to bingo. All other bingos are blocked, right? So you get 2 bonus points for your team, and the opposing team has very little counterplay, as they cannot bingo back. They have to just get 13 squares before you get 11, right?
Diagonal bingos are the best defensive bingos.
Yes.
Rambler needs to be careful here. He is not one shot, but he is very damn close.
He would be
and
one shot to a big attack, yeah.
Yeah, his like frame trap move that he has, it will
Storm
kill
Assault?
him, guaranteed. Yep. So he's got to be very careful of that. Looks like I think Jay is headed for the bear again. I think he should. He's ahead of Shrump. He's got to get on the board. But I actually like this opening play by Wander. You use the Theo money to get yourself a nice big health bar, and then you go fight Fire Giant. Death's Poker, again, just really good weapon for Fire Giant. You have plenty of time to use the Ash of War, so I like that. I think that was a good, smart opening play by him.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, immediately, like, the good news is it was like quite literally an immediate death to Theo. Bad news is he lost that rock grease, but outside of that,
Yeah.
which mistakes are going to happen in this format. I mean, he's been flawless, right? He had a very long Theo fight that was hitless, right? Really nice job on Fire Giant there. Very nicely played today from Wander.
Ooh, he grabbed the Sentinel. He's going for the Black Knives. I like this a lot. This is a big threat. It literally, it advances all 3 of their bingos with this square.
Oh, as Rambler does go down there, he got aggressive with the Ash and got poked. That's a brutal start for Old But Gold. Like a very, very, snipe into, and Rambler had also made some progress towards Fire Giant, right? Maybe was thinking about it. We don't know, but got sniped. And now Wander here going for the Black Knives. And meanwhile, Jay here is going for the Red Bear. So these are the Black Knives in the Celia, or not the Celia, the Ordina Everjail, right? The normally invis assassins that pester you. Weapons are randomized with this, with the exception of torches. And he has a sentry torch on his back so he can see them. And I'm also I gotta say, I'm very happy to see this square. I know in Bingo Brawlers Season 3, Black Knives was a square and it was done with Ordina, right? And I think the initial idea was to kill them, right? But Catalyst or NPT or one of their players found a way to cheese all of them off a cliff. So we never got to see it done kind of the way it was initially intended. As holy shit, we have Romina on the board here as well, and we got to go for the quad screen here, chat.
Nice Red Bear going on by Jay.
So Strump top left looking at Romina, Jay top right looking at Red Bear, Wander working on the Black Knife Assassins, and then Rambler is setting up for other squares at the current moment. I will say I don't have favorites, but I do hope for a close game. So if you're hoping for a close game, you want to see Jay needs to get this done, right? Needs to.
Yeah. Ooh, luckily he's good there. You can block the roar, right? I think is like the tech if you can't get away.
Yes. Yeah, it's actually better to block it, because you block it and then you get hit on frame 1, and then while he's still in the roar animation, you can tee off.
Exactly.
As he does get that down. We're gonna stay on the dual screen here until either one, or on the quad screen until either Wander or Strump finish their fight.
Wander is playing on the edge right now.
Yes. Oh, I don't think he has any flask left because
yeah,
they don't have remembrance bosses dead, so they don't have additional golden seeds. And I know he has a couple blue flasks for ignition, but there he goes. He gets it down. We'll go full screen with Strump here as he tries to finish out Romina.
That's a very strong square. Like I said, that square alone just progressed all 3 of their bingo lines and bingo threats.
Yeah, I wonder if a Rambler is maybe a little in his head, because it feels like he's just constantly prepping for squares rather than going for the fast, more isolated squares, right? Magmorm and Theo is almost an isolated kill square, because Magmor, like Makar, is your way into Altus, right? That really is a Theo. It's a Theo square, and you're using this of the 3 paths to Altus, right?
Yes.
And Black Knives as well. Obviously, it's 3 fights, but they're all in the same location. So in a lot of ways, that is an isolated kill square.
All right, so we now see, is Rambler going for God Boss? Is he going up here to grab Noble?
I think so.
Trying to set up.
He got destroyed by Kyle, so he's gonna go back, I think, to grab the Grace because he's out. He had used all his heals. Trump there was going for
Trump.
Well, he's very surprised Jay is not going for Moonrathel here. I understand the importance of it's really damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, right? At this point it's very hard. Like, you see this diagonal line, Egon's cookbooks and Physic, you feel like you probably have to contest cookbooks.
Yeah, and I think I would imagine in their team call, the thought is we're much better positioned for Gelmir bosses as well as Fogorn and Falling Star, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is though, Moonrathel is like just such a fast square. So like, yes, this is the best way to take care of the bingo threats, but we've seen it happen a lot of times before where you get in a situation where, okay, great, you've blocked all the lines, right? You're not going to give up a bingo, but you're down 4 squares, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and at that point, it's very hard to come back.
Sorry, watching this, get away, Rambler. Watching this Rambler fight on Noble right now. That was a risky jump R2 he just did, but it's fine. Didn't get punished.
Nicely done. He gets it down. Jay also did get down ADM. That is a Wild Strikes square, so Wild Strikes fight, so no real need to put it on the full screen. In Strump here going for Moonrathel. Moonrathel, you cannot Wild Strikes because he actually has armor and poise. And I will say Wamp is just continuing to move here, right? I feel like they're just allowing them, partially because of board pressure, right? And also partially just because of the decisions they're making, right? Wamp is just able to take all of these isolated kill squares, right? Which those are the fastest squares in bingo, right? Kill one boss or a couple enemies in the same location. Congratulations, you get a square, right? Those are really, really powerful. In Wamp in a very nice spot early.
Oh, Wander going for the God's Gonna Possum to Sleep, setting up the other bingo line. Dang, or the other diagonal.
Yeah.
I mean, you're juiced at this point if you're Wander. For the base game, this is like almost the strongest you can be unless you go kill something like Moog early on. You got Fire Giant money, Theo money, ready to go. Yeah,
it's one of these things where it's like, you know, you go for Makar, right? Or not Makar, sorry, Theo, with a +4 Somber weapon and your one shot, right? Ridiculously risky, but you can easily destroy your entire game, right? In just concussion percent it. But if it works, you're in a great spot, and we're seeing how that plays out, right?
Okay, yeah, Rambler just went down. I will give out this advice. This is something I didn't learn or didn't really ever do until I started playing this square set. But if you're fighting this demi-human chief or demi-human queen specifically, kill all the mages and then go behind her and quit out. Because the mages will not respawn and she will go back to being unaggroed, and so then you can have all the mages down so they don't hit you, and you still get the like big punish while she gets up. I think Rambler's doing it now, but he didn't kill this back mage and he got destroyed by it.
I think Rambler feels like he's pressured right now, which is very understandable, and is trying to 100%. Just like push and go really fast. But there's a reason why these strats exist, right? Like he knew that by not killing the mages initially, you're rolling the dice, right? Unfortunately, did not work out for him there. But decides to be safer here. He's being saved as Wanderer was having, he didn't die, but was having quite the incident with the Tower of Death. You know, you and I both know a lot about that from Rando Deathless.
Oh my gosh. I literally had to practice this tower because I lost so many runs, like 9 hours into walking off the wrong spot. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to pull up a save file and do this a couple of times. But there we go. That's Rambler's second Mount Gelmir boss.
Yes, it is. And also, guys, make sure to stick around as we have a ton of bingo action here for you tonight. We have another game coming up after this, in potentially a third game. Potentially. Graphic, you don't have to be here for that. And we do have Wander here fighting the Apostle in Caelid, so we'll go full screen with Wander here. And while while we're talking about Graphic, let's give him a shout out. Shout out Graphic, guys. He is an amazing player in this league. A very long-term at this point friend of mine, and a great content creator as well. Does a lot of really impressive Rando Deathless runs, bingo. He's amazing. So if you can give him a follow, I would appreciate it. There's potentially a third game, J-Man. There's a Crucible game that starts at midnight. And I asked them, I said, if you want to move it up to 11, I'll do commentary. This is American Eastern time. Jay and Rambler are just not some little mistakes, right?
Oh, Jay.
Dies to that Fire Knight there.
Yeah. And Strump has already decided, okay, I've juiced a lot of the stuff out of DLC. Let's go ahead and get the Altus access, and then he can start helping Wander with these duo squares. Does get grabbed there, but he has enough health he should be able to mash out.
Yeah,
Wander's doing this fight well, but he is out of heals.
And playing very passive now, that like normally we see on that spinning attack, we see players, you can go behind the Apostle and actually just completely tee off. Great dodge there. Wow, that was beautiful. Never mind, maybe he's not playing passive because that was really okay.
Yeah, that was a clean dodge.
Reverse commentator's curse. This is the key. You know, I say that they make a mistake, then they play better, right? This is.
So you be critical of them.
I'd be critical, right? Say, hey, they're playing a little passive. You could have went behind, teed off, right? And they say, okay, watch this. Maybe that's the key. Maybe we just need to talk about how bad our players are, and then they will play the best bingo we've ever seen.
So I think Jay is going for the Sword of Light and Darkness to try to maybe pull some of the strength out of like the Romina Crucible combo. I don't know. I think Strump's like made a good call to just get out of DLC, and now he can go get like two-handed and all that stuff. And I mean, it's already 7-1.
Yeah, bingo or not, they are 6 points away from the win here, right?
Yep. I do like this by Rambler though. One of the Mount Gelmir bosses he's gonna tie in is gonna be the Falling Star Beast. Then this should be his last one, and then he can go just kill the regular one in Caelid. So I think that's a good little like combo of squares. And
this will be his fourth Gelmir boss.
Yes, because that's what I was saying. He did have Tree Spirit. I forgot he had killed the Tree Spirit.
Very nice roll dodge there.
Falling Star Beast is one of those where you can get the Ash of War off, but it is more difficult because he just likes to move away from you sometimes.
He's a good boy, but not if you're trying to use desk poker.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the few dogs that doesn't like to chase the stick. Instead, he runs away from it.
Wait, J-Man, it's your game that's happening at
Yes.
midnight? And you're asking about it? I just realized that.
That's
Oh,
J-Man. That's J-Man. That's very on brand.
Oh, that's great.
All right, as Rambler
so
does get full grown there.
Noble. What's up, R? Yeah, Sanguine Noble should just fall over. You just wild strike
Oh, he gets
him.
parried.
Oh?
He gets
this
parried.
Is why I will
Sanguine.
say,
Sanguine.
No.
He could go all the way. No, he got that glitch that sewer mode gets where he gets next to the wall and stops moving, and it gave Strump time to heal.
So my advice for that is always just jump attack the Sanguine Noble. He can't parry the jump attacks, and so even when he's doing the little cross thing, you'll be fine. That's aura loss. I love that. Okay, so Strump is now going to go do the drop down from Rao Base to the Bloodfiend Chief.
Yep, and Rambler is going for Night Boss? Where?
I think he's doing Latenna.
Yes, Latenna. I couldn't see Latenna on the board. Yes, he's doing Latenna. And this actually could be a little bit of a snipe, right? Or not more than a little bit of a snipe, because it appears that that's the square that Wander's working on right now, right? Obviously down 4 squares, 1 snipe doesn't equalize the game, but it's not over till it's over. And that would be a big step in the right direction for Team Old But Gold to come back here.
They definitely need a few to really get them back in. Looks like Jay's probably going to just go grab Loretta. Yes. Takes a little while to get to Loretta, but at this point, the fight should just be like an easy fight. No big deal on that. You just have to run through the manor. But yeah, here goes Strump doing some Skyrim parkouring. Oh, he's grabbing. Oh, yeah. This is actually smart. He's getting 2-hand while he's here, and then he might go do Bloodfiend right after.
Yep.
I like that.
Very smart there by Strump. Rambler does. Oh, no. Oh, now, wait. Rambler's prepping this. I think Wander should snipe Rambler now.
It's so funny. When I play with Wander in practice, bro will prep 30 squares. When I see him play in games, he just sees square, do square. It's so funny to see the difference.
I mean, we've seen that a couple. We saw that in earlier Golden Order match. It was because he does die to the skip there.
Oh, he missed. Yeah.
It was Asim and Nexus versus Lemon and Cronies, maybe? I can't remember who they were playing. But like it was one of those games where everyone was just like prepping and holding, right? And then you know, once one team started playing more honest, like they just got the jump, right? Like prepping and holding has kind of become very meta in practice games, but in official games we don't see people doing it quite as much. My guess would be that like it's very nerve-wracking to prep and hold. Yeah. And we see a lot more, I guess you could say, honest bingo, right? Just saying like, oh, I do this square, I rush it, and then I mark it, right?
Yeah, this skip that Wander's trying is good, but it really doesn't save you. It doesn't save you enough time to die to it twice.
There's 3 times. Oh, almost 3 times. You got the quit out. Because there's another skip you can do that's about 5 to 10 seconds slower and not scary at all, right?
You guarantee it. It's very simple. Definitely, it's fine. But he needs to jump here. He keeps walking off this crystal.
Okay, he got it there.
There we go. Okay.
All right, Jay here is going to go light up for Loretta real quick.
Yeah, I mean, this should be game over. He has enough health that he doesn't even actually have to participate in this fight. He can kind of just trade hits with her, and he'll just win.
You love to see it. All right, very nicely done there by Jay. Wanderer also gets that down at the Bloodhound Knight. We'll go with Strump here as he goes for the Chief Blood Fiend.
All right, time for the big blood baby. Always enter the room and get away from the door, because those other enemies will just hit you with the like tiny little knee heal aura if you stay near the door.
Knee heal. Knee heal.
It's the baby knee heal.
Yeah.
But
fun fact also,
Blood
baby
Fiend...
knee heal does not knock you off of a ladder in rando despite hitting you a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found that out today.
That's cool. Blood Fiends are usually, they're not super complex as a boss, but they do hit pretty hard though. You have to be careful. You can get smacked around, but Strump's pretty juiced after the Romina kill. He should be fine.
You know who Chief Blood Fiend reminds me of?
Who?
The guy from Goonies. If you've seen the Goonies. Please tell me
like
you've
the... Yes, like
whatever, I can't remember his name.
Stepbrother or whatever.
Yeah, the stepbrother or whatever from Goonies. Yeah, who lives in the basement.
Oh my gosh, I actually kind of get what you're saying with like the face.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually a crazy call out.
I just saw his face on the repost and I really looked at it and I was like, oh, that's the Goonies guy.
Sloth. Yeah, Sloth. That's amazing. Thank you, Zelig. Wander, doing the good skip. I like the skip. You'll probably get hit once or twice, but it's way better than doing the Normandy beach charge where you just run at the mausoleum from like a mile away.
Yeah, and we will see him return to Lieutenant to the Apostate Derelict, right? And then at that point, it's 4 squares to finish out this game. Like, where do you look at, right?
I mean, Old But Gold is doing good at... They've gotten a couple squares now, and Jay's about to grab the cookbooks, so he's going to block the, like, 3 more bingo threats. But like you were saying, like, they're blocking lines, but they are not blocking them fast enough, and so they're just kind of falling behind.
Yeah, they're just falling behind, yeah.
And it doesn't look like Trump and Wander are going for any bingos. They're just going for squares.
If they went for Exaltation right now, they actually win.
Oh yeah,
isn't going for it, but they're not.
Yeah,
it's scary to go for because Rambler did the Gelmir bosses. It's very possible that he already has an Exaltation boss or Exaltation talisman. The Cumbug duo drops an Exaltation. Yeah, I think honestly the isolated kill squares, right? Like Fike. There goes Bloodhound Knight, so that is a little bit of a snipe here. Wanderer is doing this ridiculous skip that was invented to get to the Bloodhound Knight.
I hate it. It's so dumb that I have to learn this skip just for one freaking Bloodhound Knight. It's crazy.
Welcome to bingo.
Yeah. I didn't see if he did.
He did not pick up the Colossal.
Okay. Yeah, Harv. It's just like I'm just gonna be the person that probably does Celia skip and runs around for the Bloodhound Knight. I've tried it a couple times. There's some finicky stuff with some of the branches. You slip a little bit. Like, not a fan.
Yeah, because Wander here is going for Bofa duo, right?
Yeah.
Rambler, I think, is just not holding on the correct squares, right? Like, because you already killed Full Grown. I think in this point, by doing Gelmir bosses, Wander, the biggest thing, the way Wander and Strump lose this game is by getting sniped, right? It's very probable in their minds that they're behind on stuff like Exaltation Talisman or Full Grown and Falling Star. So just going for isolated kill squares, and maybe you are behind on that, but like at the very least, it's like a more so straight up race, right? From their perspective, it just makes a lot more sense because Rambler here is finishing up Falling Star, but I don't feel like there's ever a world where Wander and Trump would go for this.
Also, Falling Star is kind of what I would call like a dead square right now. Yeah, it's a square, but it's not really progressing anything for you or them. All the bingo lines have been kind of blocked on that line and column, so Shrump did pick it up. He did get the Dragon Crest, so he got the thing, but he died. That's good. If you're gonna die, at least get the item.
Yeah.
And Jay is headed to Virgin Abductor right now, but I think it's just too late. Like, you see that Shrump already has Altus access and enough to have already been all the way through to the Halig tree. This
Yeah,
fight should go pretty simple for Wander.
they stayed fighting, right? And I think if a few things like that early game, Wander just played the combination of Wander playing so well and aggressively, like played super aggressively, and it paid off. That plus Strump sniping Jay on Crucible talismans, right? Is just a pretty devastating start, and they've been on the back foot ever since, right? Wander does not die there to the Bofa duo. They're trying to be old but gold strongest soldier here.
Interesting technique from Wander. Anytime I'm in the Bofa duo, if I don't have sleep, the ranged one dies first immediately. He has way less HP, and he won't mess you up when you're trying to like hit the melee one.
You can run through this, Blake. Why is Strump
That's what I was
backstepping?
saying. I was literally just looking at that. I was like, I don't think this is faster than just actually sprinting.
It's not. What? Strump.
He's just practicing the backstep attack technique, you know.
I mean, to be
Getting a
fair,
little practice
Strump
in.
has always just been a bingo player, right? Like, and in base game singles, there is no reason to go here ever. You never would. And then in 2v2, he's primarily a DLC player. So I think because he doesn't have that many hours in the game relative to like other players in the league, right? This is just funny.
See, Wander chose right and immediately deletes the range before the melee even got up. That's how you want to do this fight.
Yeah.
He just has way less HP. And then now you can just bully a single Bofa. It's not a big deal. But no, I do agree with what you're saying. Like, I think the Wander Strump duo, they just chose a very good opening start, and then losing the Crucible Talismans was like a nail in the coffin for the early game. It really hurt.
And there goes Bofa duo now 11-7. Oh my god, Strump died because he was backstepping the entire time.
Strump! Just run, bro. Wander, tell your partner he can run, please.
I understand it. He's trying to make the snipe worse.
Oh, that's funny. He also did not go for
Alright, he's figured it out. Now he's running. Now he's just running. I'm sure he said I died in the Lake of Rot, and then Wander goes, ow. And then he said, exactly. I was backstepping the entire time.
Especially as the DLC player, because you have so many tears and heals. No, Wander's laughing at him. I guarantee Wander's laughing at him right now.
You can see him right now. He's a big ass smile on his face.
Bro, as the DLC player dying in the Lake of Rot is crazy. Oh man, I do feel really bad for Rambler though, because well,
Wander's not smiling now.
Yeah.
Vike said,
Vike sucks.
Vike said, here, take this. Ka-chow. Yeah. Lightning.
But yeah, I was gonna say, I understand Rambler's like idea to go for Vike early. Vike felt like a really strong like early game square to get.
Hold up, this is a Vike race.
Oh, Jay's here. I like the club R1s for NPCs actually. The Great Hammer class the R1s are not bad. Even if you can't wild strike enemies, the R1s will usually, you can get 2 hits off, like, and you'll stun lock them. The third one is kind of iffy depending on them, but I don't think the club is actually a terrible weapon for NPCs.
Look, and I'll just say this. Is there a way? If Jay gets this...
get sniped...
I mean, because Trump is getting Estelle, so they have to win everything else, right? Rambler has a lead on Physic Tiers. Jay gets Vike. Rambler's gonna get has a lead on Exaltations. Rambler has a lead on God Bosses. You do Radon Colossal only into Gargs. I mean, if you're really... It is possible.
There's a world. Some stars would have to align, but there is a world.
Yeah.
Dang, Strump, put your armor back on. You just almost got one-shot by a cum bug. The thing that would really hurt, I don't think he's going to do that, is if Strump I mean, he would have already pivoted out. I was gonna say if he like sat on a still, but he would have been
Yeah.
with the Grace back there. But yeah, so he's just going straight for it.
Well, Wander goes down there, but it doesn't matter, right? Jay gets Vike.
All right.
If Strump somehow has a skill issue here on Estelle and they lose time.
Yeah. Looks like Rambler got a little lost in this cave, but it's fine. There's only 2 directions.
We'll go full
So I
stream
was
with
watching
Strump here for Estelle.
V-Swed recently, and he was doing his all-boss hitless, and he said that Estelle can actually, even faster than he just did there, he can do a double laser when you enter.
Yeah, I've
with
seen that
almost no
before.
cooldown between. It's very rare, but it's very scary if you get hit by the first laser. Chat, if you ever want to look cool like Strump, it is you dodge when the chin goes up for that, so you don't have to leave the gravity range.
I think Jay
When
here
Estelle
needs
lifts
to
the chin.
be very aggressive and try to find a Colossal for
Yeah.
Radon.
I mean, I don't know if Wonder remembers, but he definitely has at least a Colossal check. He grabbed the Grace before Apostle. He could grab that really fast.
You could, yeah. Wander's going for Physic Tears, but is Rambler going for... I think Rambler is too, though.
Yeah, he's grabbing the free ones here in Altus, I think. And then Jay's going Radon. I mean, but he needs to do this Colossal. I agree.
Well, if Physic Tears
have
is
any
a
chance-
straight up... Okay, if Physic Tears is a... Oh, wait, no. If Physic Tears... I think Rambler's going Capital, though, for the other Exaltation.
Good fight by Strump there. That was
because I was
clean.
gonna say
We
if
weren't really
Physic
talking
Tears
about it,
was just a straight up hard snipe, right? Rambler would be ahead on God bosses, and then Colossal and Gargs could potentially go the way of Jay, right? Very nice
Yeah.
job by Strump there on Estelle, though.
Yeah, and chat did mention it. Wander does have a god boss in his back pocket, so if Wander just
Oh yeah, Wander,
hard
they're
goes
even on God bosses. They're even on God bosses.
god bosses, then Rambler could definitely still lose that square.
Look, you're being more realistic. I was trying to find a way for old, but like, you know.
Yeah. Somebody's got to be the voice of reason. Very clean fight so far by Rambler. Ooh, sucks that trail missed just a little bit, but
Yeah, because I mean, Rambler and Jay have played quite well. It's just like a few minor mistakes that slowed down their overall pace. Plus that bad start, right?
yeah. I just think the opening game plan was very strong by Strump and Wonder.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Very clean DTS.
Yep.
I think he
Very
only got
clean
hit, like,
DTS,
once.
and now
Not
Jay's
bad.
going in here for Daniel.
And see, Wander's going to Radon now as well, but I wonder if Wander takes the time to set up a Colossal, because it doesn't look like Jay is going to. I think you at least do one Colossal check, right? If you're gonna kill Remembrance anyways. Because like a +4, if you can wield it, is fine.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if Rambler goes hard for this. I mean, I guess Wander did mark, because it doesn't matter. Like, I know you don't want to give up a bingo or whatever, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, well, they only need one. It doesn't matter if it's a bingo or not. They only need one square, right?
I mean, Strump is going for it. He's in the
I guess
Rock
is,
Duo
yeah.
cave, so it's like Rambler maybe has enough time. He doesn't know this, but he maybe has enough time to go like get progress on another square or something. But yeah, if it's a smithing and you have Rock Grace, you could do it +0. I agree.
Radon goes down there for Jay. Strump here is going for... Sorry, I was fiddling with my overlays. Strump here is going for the Cumbug duo. This will get him one of the 2 Exaltation Talismans. Well, Strump can also do the one in the DLC, can't he? He can do H
Oh,
ones.
he can. Yes. I don't think he has any progress towards it. It was Jay that had the progress to it, but he definitely can do the DLC one. But I guess actually with the DLC, because you have the Mance, it's not too bad. You don't even have to go through Jory. You just turn around and run your happy ass back across the little like frenzy forest area. What was the shield pickup for?
For
Is he,
Strump
oh,
there?
is he gonna? Yeah.
Parry. You got to parry the aged one.
Oh, you're so right. That's exactly it. Great.
Yeah, because he's just gonna go. He's already in the Abyssal Woods.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I just thought about this. So that's, yeah. I think the square. I mean, yeah. I think it's gonna be Trump's as long as he doesn't miss the parry, because Rambler isn't even anywhere near the boss fight yet.
Yeah. So Wander here finishes up Radon. And then Strump has an opportunity to win the game here for Wamp Wamp. All he has to do is parry the aged one and get that riposte, and that'll be 2 exaltation talismans in game. It's been a really nice game by Wamp Wamp, right? They came out very aggressive and didn't make mistakes, right? Like that's part of the thing in bingo too, right? Like if you're the team with the more aggressive game plan and you execute that game plan, you typically win, right? And I feel like that's kind of what we saw here today.
Like I can think of 2 real deaths, and both of them were not that bad. One for Strump when he was doing the skip, and one for Wander when he was doing Theo. And other than that, they have been very clean in the fights.
Three deaths.
Oh,
3.
I guess there was Wander dying a bunch in the for the skip, but I don't. That was
3 deaths. Yeah, just
yeah.
Thank.
I just cursed.
Nice curse.
A steak skip. He's doing a quick little illegal steak skip real quick.
No, that's not a DQ win.
He wasn't. I don't think he was.
Considering Strump had to check the map to figure out where the hell he was, I don't think he was trying to stake skip there.
Yeah. That's one of those like intent type things.
Yeah.
Did he intentionally doing it? I don't think so. That looked like a mistake.
It was also slower.
Yeah. Steak didn't skip anything. Yeah, it was just a steak teleport. Oh man, and the use what you get, Rando. I've been doing.
Well, this is it. Strump just needs to land a parry. There it is. That'll do it.
Yep. And boom.
And there it is. The win there for Team Womp Womp. Obviously, they get the bingo, so it says 15-3, but there is the win for Team Womp Womp. It was a fantastic game by them, right? Like, very well-deserved win. Old Gold played really well, but just we're not aggressive enough, and Womp Womp played really aggressive. Yeah, this is a team we haven't seen play in 2 weeks. And they came out here and they looked like they hadn't skipped a beat, right? So really nicely done by them. Wrong screen. And a very deserved win. Also, make sure again to stick around. We have another game coming up after this. We have a game in the Crucible, actually. It is Nike and Mewtwo, Nike 2, their first time being on commentary. And they will be playing up against the Rick Fisters, Rick's Fist, Josh, and Dagger. That should be a fantastic game. But let's go ahead and bring our players in here for the post-match interview. Welcome in, gentlemen. Welcome in. GG's. GG's. You know, I want to talk. I feel like this was we were talking about it. Like it just felt like Wander. You know, Wander in particular, right? It felt like in the early game, Wander had a very, very aggressive game plan that worked out for him, and then obviously that Crucible talisman snipe was very rough, right?
Yeah, the only this is a pure guess. Before you continue, just because it's on my mind. The only way Strump gets that square for me in my like flawless gameplay today was you didn't go Romina's Grace. Is that correct?
I didn't know.
Okay, yep. If I did the same, I'd have had that. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a good play on your part, man. GG's for thinking of that.
What weapon did you rush with?
Curved Great Club. Curved Great Club.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. What was their DLC entry time then?
Like, just scratching 15.
He was
okay. So I mean,
only a little. It was hard to tell exactly what your time was because you didn't have the timer up on the board, but he was a little bit ahead of you, not by much.
Yeah, I entered at like 15:15. Wait, son, where were you on the square?
I was about to jump on the little beams, but I went to Romina's Grace.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
you're
Jay
probably,
was
like,
well
30
ahead.
seconds
Like Jay, we were supersonic racing watching that race, and Jay had you on that. Like in terms of he was well ahead, and then like it would not have
At least
been.
now I know for next time.
I mean, it
Well
would have been
played by you,
close, but not like a 5-second snipe or anything. Like he was well ahead.
Right, yeah.
And then yeah, he went to the Romina Grace.
Yeah, well played, man.
But you know, I do want to talk with Wander, like, because that was obviously like it felt like Wander killing Theo at +4, right? Very long fight. We told like 3 stories during that fight, and you had to do it hitless. That really accelerated your game plan or game today. Going into that fight, were you very nervous about it? How did you feel doing that? Especially because you did go for it initially and immediately died, right? And burned that rock grease, right? So what was, especially going in the second time, what was kind of going through your mind at that point?
So the second time I was like, if I get sniped, it's like whatever. It's not whatever. It's more like if I get sniped, fair enough. I died to it. Deserved. I just need the runes to make this play happen. Magma Worm Theo, in my opinion, has always been one of the strongest squares to rush because it's technically doable and it gets you just online instantly. So yeah, it was just sort of like, once I died, I was like, well, I might lose this, but I don't really feel like I have a choice.
Yeah, very, very fair. I mean, it was a very, very nice job by you once you actually were able to get off of Torrent without dying.
I know, dude, I was so mad about that too, because it was just like, I hit the B button and then my finger just wouldn't let go of it. I just couldn't fucking do it for some reason. My brain said no, so that was the biggest issue of all time. But the second fight was clean, so all I can ask for, I guess.
I was gonna ask, was the Theo into Fire Giant kind of always the play when you saw this board at the very beginning?
Yeah, we were kind of between Theo into Fire Giant or Theo into Apostle, but when Strump got, I think he got
Crucibles.
I got
the Crucibles at that point, and once he got Crucibles, we felt like Fire Giant opened up so much stuff for us, so we decided to go with that. But it was always between those two.
Yeah, and you know, one other question for just both of you, because you guys both played incredibly well here today, right? Obviously you had that 2-0 start, right? And then didn't play the last 2 weeks, right? But you picked up right where you left off and played an amazing game here today. Whether you talked about it or just individually, were there any nerves on your part because, you know, maybe you didn't have as much time to practice together, hadn't played in 2 weeks, or was it just like picking right back up where you left off?
For me, I won't speak for Strump, but for me, it wasn't like nerves as much as it just was rust. I mean, you saw some of the things I was struggling with on like the mid-late game to late game. Like there's just some things that are kind of not as there as they should be right now. And I guess that did make me a little bit extra nervous, is the fact that I knew I was rusty on the game. But I don't know, Strum?
Yeah, I mean, I took it like a just normal like match or whatever. Get like a little bit of nerves, but I don't know. I like playing with the nerves. I feel like it helps me lock in a bit more and do better. But
Yep, you were definitely locked in on that Lake of Rot there.
Oh my God.
Now,
When Strump told me,
Oh
like
my
when Strump told me he wasn't about to make it, I was a little bit confused, but I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna assume he like had his flask, like he didn't sit at the grace or something. I'm gonna assume something weird happened. And then he was like, wait, you don't have to backstep through Lake of Rot? And I just about lost my marbles.
I was so close. I was on the ball. Is like, come on. Man.
well, GG's guys, a great game. I mean, fortunately for you guys, that incident that didn't matter, right at the end, because that would have been a historic way to lose.
That would have been a
would've.
bad way to go down.
Yeah,
That would have been a bad way to go down.
But you know, congratulations to both of you. You know, for
Thank
team
you.
Wamp, first off, obviously, you know, I think you guys played really well today. They just had a very, very like aggressive game plan, and you know, it worked out for them. And as you guys both know, right, one team goes really aggressive and it works, you know, that's bingo, right?
That's bingo.
But you know, from you guys, like I felt like you were constant, like you just were in a tough spot and had to chase. Here, what are kind of what, you know, what are your, any thoughts from you guys on the game?
Who?
I'll let Jay speak because it
Oh,
feels
me?
like he was the only one playing on our team.
No, I think I made all the right calls in the DLC. I knew that like it was either Romina or Red Bear and Rao, and with the I took the safe money square, so we just trade a square. So I felt good with going. I knew unless I'm proven wrong by one of you two, Graphic or who's, based on the Square of the Crucible Talismans, and I had Romina's Grace, I was probably nearly done with the Forge by the time he got in it. Like,
Yeah,
little
you
bit
were
of
way ahead.
dramatization.
You were
behind
way
it.
ahead. You were way,
yeah, I was
way ahead.
way the fuck ahead. So I knew that I could do Red Bear and be safe on it when he went Romina. And then after that, I immediately killed Egon. And then when he was quiet, I had to make the choice of proceeding back section for Sword of Light or going to Altus by Virgins. And I think that's the part, at least between me and Strump, that put Strump ahead. My guess, well, I know based on the Cheap Blood Fiend that he went Altus and just left me with the rest of the DLC, but I couldn't gamble that at that point. So I think I played very well, great DLC entrance. Everything was, except the weird death to ADM right at the beginning. I rolled late, or I rolled early. Other than that, it was like a deathless game. I played well. I made the right calls. I just couldn't leave DLC when I wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you played very well, but it was just hard to know at that point. But yeah, Strump kind of just pieced out of the DLC after he grabbed a couple squares, which I thought was really strong. But
which is why
hard.
you saw me sit on Egon's cookbook forever, right? I went Beretta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, he ain't even here. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a very like a tough spot, right? Because you know, Wander has an amazing early game, right? And all the credit to Wander for that. Like he, you know, just went very aggressive and made the play.
Yeah.
And you know, the snipe sucks, and you played well, just were in the back foot, like on the back foot the whole time, right? Because you had bingos to block, like their square positioning was always very good. It felt like there was always a threat, right? And it was just a very tough situation for you guys, but you know, you played very well as always. It's always a pleasure to call your games.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys calling it. I've been very happy with the play. I've played all 4 of these games. Like, I have had like very, very, very good games.
Well,
So I've been very happy.
I am not about the way I played. This one, I didn't think I played particularly poorly in terms of like execution. I did die a couple times here and there, but like it's not. That wasn't the issue. The issue was that I play scared. Like I had the exact same idea of going +4 for Theo. I did not do that. I ended up like upgrading, and when I finished upgrading, I think he marked the square. So I said, Fire Giant needs to be my next square.
Yep, he did say that.
But then I got scared, and I thought maybe I can get Vike first, and then I have more vigor to survive. Like if Fire Giant like hits me once, and that was stupid because obviously Vike is more dangerous than than Fire Giant.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I was ahead on Fire Giant because the moment I decided to go, he would like Wonder was still going to get his stones to upgrade more. So that I played scared and Wonder didn't, and he got what he wanted to get. So in that spot, like it was basically over. As he marked Fire Giant, it was basically over because whatever I decided to do, I would be behind and I would not be able to execute the same way. Like Godskin Apostle, great square to go for, but like he has all the money, he has all the power on the board taken away. Like what can I do? Like if I go to Apostle, I die once, he gets it before me. If I go to both a duo, same story, right? So I should have gone Fire Giant when I had the chance and I didn't. So yeah.
Yeah, well, GG's, gentlemen. Thank you so much for playing.
GGs.
To the viewers, thank you so much for watching and choosing to spend your Halloween night here with us. And
Hell
we
yeah.
will continue with the bingo action here in just a second. I will be back with graphic for Nike and Mewtwo versus Josh and Dagger. So be sure to stick around for more Elden Squares action, and we will see you all very soon. Players, thank you so much. Audience, everyone, it wouldn't be the same without all of you. So thank you all so much. Love you all, and we will be right back.